Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson, and I have invited McKenna Baskell over today. We're in Moreland at Aunt Faye's Community Kitchen, and she's going to share two of her favorite recipes. And the first one we're making is, remind me?
Cucumber sandwiches. It includes bread, some cucumber, and then dill sprinkled on the top with a little bit of mayo and cream cheese on top of the bread with cucumber and then dill sprinkled on top.
It doesn't sound good, but I'll let you taste it at the end. Because cucumber, I mean, there's no meat on it, but they are actually really good. So let's get started.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put this French bread, just Pillsbury French bread original, on a parchment paper, and then I'm going to put it in the oven. It says to bake for 26 to 30 minutes, but I'd go a little bit less than 30 minutes because if you do 30 minutes, it will be really crusty and just really gross.
I'm really glad to hear this tip too, because I have tried to duplicate these sandwiches at home, and I'll buy a bread, and it's never right. This is a really good texture for these, I think.
Okay, so now I'm just going to open this.
Don't you have to peel it first? Here, I'll show you. How many times have you made this? You just hit harder and harder?
Yeah.
There's a little pull tab here. Oh. You're supposed to be the one sharing the tips, McKenna. No. I'm just teasing. Look at that. Maybe that's the way your dad taught you to do it because he just wants to look stronger. Do you think?
Maybe. I don't know. Take this out, and then it wants you to put the seam side down.
Seam side down. Wow, it's bigger than it looked in here.
It's a lot bigger, actually.
Are we in trouble with the size?
No.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a knife and cut slits on the top of it diagonally, and it says to do about 4.
Was this from the instructions on the can?
Yes.
Okay. So you do this no matter what recipe?
Yeah.
What do you think it does? You think it lets air out?
I'd say probably.
Maybe that's why yours is so dense instead of having those big air bubbles. Do you mind if I put this in the oven for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it ready, or do you have to put on some flavors?
No, it's
okay.
Good. All right. Okay.
I'm checking the clock.
So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is opening this cream cheese packet, and you're going to want to do half of this and then half a cup of mayo. So I'm just going to...
You're going to cut it in half? Is this one brand new? Do I need to get the seal off of it?
Yeah, it is.
Somebody already took the seal off, though. You want me to get some scissors? This is the great thing about Aunt Faye's Community Kitchen is they have almost everything you need right here in the drawers. But you'll never guess the right drawer the first time. Oh, you're already ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut it in half for you.
All right. Now what I'm going to do is put half a cup of Hellmann's real mayonnaise into this mixture. So I'll need a spoon.
A spoon?
Yeah.
Here's some spoons.
And then...
So we've got 4 ounces of cream cheese so far. So many recipes call for partial bricks of cream cheese, and it makes me so sad because really then the other side always molds to me. Once I got so tired of it that I went to Sam's and I bought a giant bag of 1 ounce cream cheese, little things like you have at the hotel when you go for continental breakfast. And then I just squeeze 8 of them or 4 or however how many. But I don't recommend it. It was way too many. I still had to throw those out.
All right, so now I'm just gonna dump this ½ cup of mayonnaise into my mixing bowl.
And you used real mayonnaise. Now, there's a big controversy. Mayonnaise, Miracle Whip. What is it? What's the best for this?
Real mayonnaise.
Real mayonnaise.
So now I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this together. Looks pretty good.
And then what are we gonna do?
And then we'll leave this and we'll put it in the fridge, and then we'll wait for the bread to finish cooking, and then we'll take that out and let it cool, and then slice the bread into little pieces and then spread this on the top.
Okay, well, we need some time to let the bread cook, so how about if we take a little break and clean up this stuff and meet you back later when it's time to assemble our sandwiches.
$10,000 in 10, but give 15.
With 7 agents in 3 locations, Hammett Land and Auction Incorporated can meet your every need when it comes to your next sale. Visit them at hammettauction.com and you'll find all their upcoming sales, including farms, ranches, as well as farm equipment and even real estate listings, both residential and commercial. They've been serving western Kansas since 1983, and with offices in Stockton, Russell, and Hayes, they're always nearby to assist you. Hammett Land and Auction Incorporated. Contact them today.
$25 would get $21,000.
Welcome back to Local Flavor. Our bread is all done and cooled, and McKenna is gonna build us some delicious sandwiches that are perfect for a lady's tea, don't you think?
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna take a bread knife and cut the bread into slits or pieces about that big.
Okay. And see how there's not a lot of air pockets in this? That's why I think it's so good.
I'm gonna do about 3.
Now, we don't need a top and a bottom, right?
Nope.
They're just an open face sandwich. Can you tell I've eaten them at the potluck at work?
All right.
Uh-oh, there's a big air pocket.
I can
It's
cover
all
that
right.
up. All right, so I'm gonna take the mayonnaise and cream cheese mixture with a spoon. Just kind of put it on the bread and spread it around.
I just can't believe how much flavor you get out of these when you don't put really anything in the cream cheese other than mayo. It really makes me believe in mayo, and I've kind of been a Miracle Whip girl most of my life, so I might have to switch it up.
Yeah, you have to.
I already have to.
Yeah.
Well, for today. My friend Jackie, when she makes her amazing chicken salad, she insists that the reason it's so good is she switched from Miracle Whip to mayo.
Okay, so now that I have those 3
Okay.
with the cream cheese and mayo stuff on it, I'm gonna put the cucumbers, and you wanna cut them like thin, that way they're not all bulky and big.
For my dental work.
You're gonna put them on top of there, and then you're gonna grab your dill weed.
What I think is kind of cool about cucumbers is you don't like them really, or I didn't like them, and then somebody puts just a little bit on something and you go, well, that's kind of nice. And
Yeah.
you just get to where you like more and more cucumber. Now,
So,
I'm
I'm
eating a
just
cucumber sandwich.
Grabbing a tiny bit of dill weed and just kind of sprinkling it on top of the cucumber. And then you're done with your sandwich. It doesn't take that long. It's really simple to make.
Is it time to get one?
Mm-hmm.
You have one too, right?
Yep.
Get a nice shot of that beautiful dill. So easy. So good. It's just as good as I remember at the potluck. So you did a good job.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. And you try this easy one. There's no reason not to. Try this at home and join us next time on Local Flavor.
Norton County Hospital would like to welcome Dr. Todd Pankratz, an OBGYN who is now accepting patients. This means women can receive local specialized care for high-risk pregnancies, infertility, medical weight loss, and various surgeries. With Dr. Pankratz and on-staff physicians, the hospital hopes to serve as a premier facility for women's health care, and this care extends to the entire family as more than 60 babies are welcomed here each year. The Norton County Hospital, dedicated to caring, commitment, and community.
Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson, and I'm here in Moreland at Aunt Faye's Community Kitchen, and I've invited here today McKenna Baskell, and she's making something that sounds not that appetizing, but she promises it's really good. What is it?
Frog eye salad, and I do promise it is very good. It doesn't sound good at all, but it is.
Ugh. I just remember in high school when we dissected a frog, I know what it does look like this, so. Okay, so what do we do to get started?
All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is boil my acini de pepe pasta in 6 cups of water. So I'm not really going to actually measure it because we're not using the water for anything else.
That's true, I never do either when I'm cooking pasta.
All right, so there's my water, and then I'm just gonna start to boil this.
And you have gas at home, right?
No, I do not.
Do you use the whole box?
A cup, but
1 cup?
it depends on the kind of box that you have. I've made it before with boxes where I've had to use the whole box just because the cup there was a little bit left, so I just used the rest of the box.
So you're saying it's just as good even if you have a little bit less or more?
Yeah. I'm gonna measure out a cup of this.
And we don't have to have the water boiling first for this, okay. A lot of times with pasta, they want you to bring it to a boil before you add the pasta. How many times have you made this, do you think? Well, how many times have you eaten it?
A lot. It's one of my favorite desserts, I must say.
So how many times did you get to eat it before you had to learn to make it for yourself? I mean, don't give me a number, but I mean, like, did you learn early on in your eating of it?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pour that in.
So you can get several frog eye salads out of 1 box.
Yeah, it depends. The brand I'm using is Creamette, and I got 2, maybe even 3 out of this 1 box.
She does love this stuff. Do you think it's healthy?
Not really, but it's good for happiness, like stress eating.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I wanted to make sure the thing stayed on. Okay, so we'll let this boil. Once it starts boiling, then we cook how long?
For 8 to 9 minutes. I'm going 8
9.
minutes, but if it's not completely cooked to the extent you want it to, you can go 9 minutes.
8.
Now what I'm gonna do is get a 1/2 cup of sugar and put it in a saucepan. It's not working.
You know what? This reminds me, I did not bring any scoops for you, so she's using kind of the scoop and sweep method where you fill it and then make sure it's level. They probably learned that in 4-H, just like me. That's where I learned it. Are you in 4-H?
No, I'm not.
Well, it's about time you get in on it.
All right, so I'm gonna put 1/2 cup of sugar in this saucepan.
Okay.
I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of flour
Flour.
in.
Now, how about, is this just to thicken it a little?
Yes.
Oh, look at her neat. How they stack together. Love them. Those are hers.
So I'm gonna put a tablespoon of flour in there.
Do you want me to start to incorporate it?
And then I'll do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
Do you want me to put this on the heat or wait till you get everything in it?
Wait till I get everything. So now that I have my 4th teaspoon of salt, I'm just gonna pour that in there.
You have a lot of techniques that are like you don't make a mess. I like that.
Well, I mean, there's a big mess right there.
I know, but you went over the thing, so that was nice.
Yeah. And then you're gonna add 2/3 cup of pineapple juice. You can just drain that from your can of pineapple that you already have. So I'm gonna get my pineapple juice. And remember, you're just gonna drain that. And you can do like 2/3 cup, but I'd say that's just about the whole can of pineapple juice.
Oh, it's neat technique she's using. She didn't take the lid all the way off, so she's got like a free strainer that she don't have to wash. You aren't gonna have to wash it.
No, I'm not.
What if you're short? I don't think we have another can.
Oh, it's all right.
It's all right. Okay.
All right, so now I'm just gonna add this pineapple juice into there. And she can stir that. And then I'm gonna add 1 egg, which I have over here.
It smells really good already. I love that pineapple juice smell. Okay. Do you want me to put the egg in? Oh.
I suggest putting it into a small container first, that way you can get out and you can tell if it's a bad egg or not.
She brought a prep bowl. You are very prepared. That sounds like someone who's made this enough times to know what they need.
And then I'd grab a spoon just so that you can like kind of start mashing it,
It's really, okay.
or a fork. Either one is fine.
Is this the last thing?
Yes, it is.
And then we are going to put it on the stove, right?
Yes.
And this will need to simmer for a while?
Yeah. So we're gonna let that simmer for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and stir the pasta.
So the pasta's going to need to cook and this is going to need to simmer. It's a good time for us to take a break, and when we come back, you're going to see if it looks good or not.
Western Auction and Real Estate LLC is ready to travel to you. Their team includes auctioneers and real estate specialists that will exceed your expectations. They offer experience in agriculture real estate, commercial and residential sales, and farm equipment auctions. Plus, they conveniently travel to your location. And it doesn't stop there. Visit westernauctionandrealestate.com today to shop their online equipment auctions too. For professionalism from concept to completion, it's Western Auction and Real Estate.
Welcome back to Local Flavor here in Moreland. We have been cooking our acini de pepe all this time, and it's almost ready to drain. And the sauce only took a few minutes.
Yeah, about like 4 or 5 minutes.
But you said you need to add more to it.
Yeah. So once it is thickened, you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice to that.
Oh, there we go. She
And
did
then-
it over the sink.
Mix it
Where
in.
did you get this one? She's a good one.
Stick your finger in there.
Okay,
All right, so that's done.
that is done. Ooh, where is? Okay. I don't want to scream. It's not bad. What?
It depends on the kind of strainer, because the noodles are so small that they might go through your strainer holes. So you might just want to find, like, we just have like a sifter that we're draining it with.
We found it right here in this building. I hope this is an appropriate use for it. Wow, I wish I had some hot holders. Look at that real steam. You think this is a fake cooking show, but we cannot fake that kind of steam. That's real. Okay, do I put it back in? Oh, you found me some.
All right. So
Okay.
now that we've cooked our acini de pepe pasta, we're gonna put it in like medium-sized bowl. Put your pasta in there.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Get all
Now
that
it's
out.
starting to clump. Is this a problem?
No.
No? Okay.
Just-
No, it's breaking right up for her.
All right. So now I put that in there. I'm gonna put this sauce in here.
So you are able to do this while it's still hot. That's good.
Yes.
I'm gonna taste it with the lemon juice. I love lemon.
Alright, so now that I have the sauce in with the noodles, I'm just gonna mix that together.
Looks good. It looks kind of
almost
like
there.
chicken noodle soup.
Almost.
I bet it. I don't think it tastes like chicken noodle though.
Not at all.
It's just like cream of chicken soup. It looks like.
Yeah. Alright, so now that I have all that mixed together,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this into the fridge and it can chill for 1 to 1.5 hours, and we'll get
You want me to put it in or set
Yeah.
it aside? Now, are we waiting or did you have some already made?
I do have some that is already made and has been chilled. And so now what we're gonna do is we're going to add our mandarin oranges to that.
Now this one, I'm predicting you chilled this one overnight. Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't have to wait overnight. You can,
Okay, so you're draining those
I'm draining
two.
the juice out of the mandarin oranges. And we already used the pineapple juice in the sauce mixture.
She used the can trick again. Did you just make that up or did someone tell you to do it?
No,
You just made it up?
my grandma told me to do that.
Okay.
Right, so now that I have that in there, I'm just gonna dump it.
Would you like a spatula?
Yeah, that'll work. So I'm gonna get all of this mixture into this bigger bowl.
This is quite a few bowls, huh?
Yes, you,
2 pans, 2 bowls so far.
right, so now I have all that out of there. I'm gonna put,
The oranges are already in. Whole can, right? Oh, those are big chunks. I thought it was a
Yeah.
crushed.
you'll want the chunked pineapple.
Okay.
And then you get a cup of marshmallows.
I'm gonna get us a little bowl. I bet we get to taste it. Just 1 cup.
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, does anyone in your family just like to snack on them after? Or do you save them for the next frog guy?
We snack on them a lot. Okay, so now I have a cup of marshmallows and I'm gonna dump
They're
those
kind
in.
of crispy. These are soft.
Yeah.
You want to use that
Yeah.
spoon to stir it?
That. So I'm just gonna stir that all together. And we still have one more thing to add into there.
Is it something that will make it more juicy?
White. And it'll stick it all together.
I can't predict it. What is it?
Cool Whip. We'll add
Oh yeah, I should have known that. You told me it was going to have Cool Whip.
a carton of Cool Whip.
Is it in the fridge?
Yes.
I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Every time.
And then just stir it all together.
Does it have to set up?
Yes, you will want to chill it
Dang, I
for a
thought it
while.
was time for this.
But I think since ours is all of our stuff is cold. We could probably have it just now.
Since it was so cold when you put
Yeah.
it in.
So since I left my sauce and frog eye mixture together overnight, we could probably just have it now because it's really cold and it'll be cool enough to eat.
It might be good warm, but nothing in here is warm. Everything is cool. I guess we can get it out with our own spoon.
Yeah.
And put it in a little prep bowl. We're just using prep bowls because I just want to take it a tiny bite.
You like it?
It's got a lot of Cool Whip in it.
It's really good.
Let me get a fruit bite. That's so yummy.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that it's very good when you first heard of it, but it is really good.
I'm gonna.
That's what it looks
I just
like.
wanted to see the pasta without anything on it. Well, that is very good. I can see why you like it.
Yeah.
It's not too hard to make. I think people at home could make it, don't you?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It doesn't take really long, just the whole chilling process.
Yeah, it's probably hard to wait. Well, you'll have to wait for it to chill, but go ahead and try it at home. I think you'll love frog eye salad, and you'll get a gross out your friends telling them what you're eating. We'll see you next time on Local Flavor.